Maggie had always loved trains. The rhythmic clatter of the tracks, the way the world blurred by her window, the brief connections with strangers, all of it brought her a sense of peace. So, when she boarded the last train of the night, bound for her home across the city, she settled into a quiet corner and let herself relax. The train was nearly empty. Just a few passengers scattered across the seats, their faces tired, their bodies swaying gently with the motion of the train. Maggie pulled her coat tighter around her and closed her eyes, letting the steady hum lull her into a half-doze. The announcement crackled through the speakers, "Next stop, King's Road." Maggie stirred. She wasn't sure if she'd ever heard that station before. It was odd, she thought, but maybe there were new routes or stops being added. The train slowed, and she glanced out the window. But she saw nothing but darkness, no platform, no street lights. Just an endless stretch of track disappearing into the night. The train stopped completely. The air inside grew colder, as if the warmth of the train itself had been sucked out. Maggie felt a shiver crawl up her spine. She looked around. The few passengers who had been on the train with her were now gone. Not a single person remained. The doors were locked. No one spoke. Maggie stood up, confused. She walked down the aisle, searching for anyone, but the carriages were empty. Her footsteps echoed, hollow and unsettling. "Hello?" she called out, her voice feeling small in the vast silence. The train didn't move. Time felt stretched out, thick and oppressive. She couldn't remember how long it had been since they'd stopped. Her watch showed the time had frozen. 12:15. The minutes hadn't ticked by. With a sinking feeling, Maggie hurried to the front of the train, desperate for answers. The conductor's booth was empty, but the doors leading to the platform were wide open. She stepped out onto the platform. There was nothing, no lights, no sound, no city skyline. Just an endless stretch of tracks. The platform seemed to go on forever. Panic crept in, cold and clammy. She tried to run back to the train, but when she reached the door, it was already closing. The train began to move again, slowly at first and then faster. Maggie screamed, pounding on the window as the train picked up speed, leaving her behind. But the train didn't go anywhere. It just kept moving, circling, trapping her on the edge of something she couldn't escape. She realized, too late, that the station wasn't a place. It was a pause in time, and she had missed her stop.